Today we're going to take a tour. We'll take a tour of all the animals and how they're doing, chores, and the whole house, and what the Averets are up to. Today we're going to clean up and clean out from all the building materials that are piled around the property, and we are also going to see the progress on the renovation. So stay tuned. Every morning, or just about every morning, if Brad's already let the chickens out, you can expect them to be pretty close by the front porch. It's been raining today, so everything's a little bit of a mess after a storm. They like to come to the front porch because Kate feeds them corn chips and leftover bird seed and other little treats. They really like anything red. Except my geraniums. For some reason, they don't eat those. So I have some strawberries growing, and there are a few strawberries coming on. And the girls will be happy about that because I did have one red ripe strawberry that I was saving for the epitome of first fruit harvest. And they just walked up and plucked it off and ate it. So that was fun. It was growing right here. And look here. Here's one. If they find it, it's a goner. And here they are. Because you can't have free-range hens and not sustain some casualties. Oh, you'll see how nicely weeded all of my gardens are. I've been trying to save my squash from the chickens. And so that's my effort there. I come up here every morning. They have a movable coop, so we can come through, check everything, and then right inside, there's the glorious prize, the egg. One thing I'm really enjoying right now is my rose. I think it's a Seven Sisters rose. It's a old variety that you find on roadsides all over this part of the country. After we get the big chickens taken care of, we come right up here to the pigs. There's my sweet piggies. Hi, piggies. What y'all doing this morning? Say it's raining. They've gotten so big, and we were able to move them from the electric net to just 2 strands of wire, which is really working well. The electric net was white, the wire is white, it's electrified, and they're just staying in it. Just best pigs ever. They're hungry right now. Before I feed the pigs, we gotta get the chickens a treat. This is what keeps the chickens following me around like a couple of puppies. Got some dried corn. I give them a couple handfuls. They love it. I give the piggies a couple uh-oh, somebody got popped. Sorry, piggies. Wherever I want the pigs to dig out and clean up, that's where I throw a couple handfuls of corn. So, hey, y'all are so cute. So I'm going to throw it out there in those rocks. I'm wanting to use those rocks for something. And the more they root around and dig up those rocks, the better off I'll be. And then I'll put them some regular food in their pan. But for the most part, they have this huge paddock that they've been in for about 4 days. And they will root around. They'll eat all the underbrush. Hear the rain coming. And all the poison ivy, which is fantastic, but they also eat some of my wild blueberries, which we'll figure out a way to deal with that later. And here's the messy part of pig life. So I've got a splitter. The orange goes to their pig waterer, which they bite down on a little nipple and it puts water in their mouth. Charlie loves to use it, the other 2 do not. So, of course, I have to keep them a pan of water. And I have to clean it out about 3 times a day, especially if it's warm weather. because pigs like to make wallows. And they also like to lay in this enormous water trough and cool themselves off, so it's forever dirty. This is the messy part of pigs. Of course, it has been raining. It's not normally this messy. We keep straw and pine straw and leaves down, but pigs do get messy. But I gotta tell you, moving them in the forest, of course I only have 3, they don't stink at all. And moving that wire fence is gonna be so much easier than moving this wire net. We're gonna move it, cut paths, move it straight through the woods, raise pigs, hopefully get into the, sell into the restaurant business, and off we go. See you later, pigs. I'll come back and check on you in just a little while. You're sure sweet. Keep digging up those rocks for me. So now let's go see what all the, quote, baby chicks are up to. We're in the process of putting an electric net around them. We had to wait until they were big enough not to slip through the cracks, because they'll get tangled up in it and electrocute themselves, and that is not our goal. So right now it's turned off. It's not even closed because I don't want them to try to fly over it while they're small. We shut them up in here every night. They go in here automatically. In the morning, good morning, girls. Good morning, girls. Hey. I put some new roosts in there yesterday. Just tree branches from the forest, because I noticed they were all starting to want to roost and they needed some more space. Woo! Ended up with 2 leghorn roosters. I never bought leghorn chickens, but so goes the chicken trade at Tractor Supply. So it's okay. We still have lots of beautiful chickens. And 2 leghorn roosters will go to the sale or they'll go to dinner. We'll see if we have the nerve for that. This is the front of the cabin that is now the chicken coop. I keep their supplies in here because something got into them one night. Apparently they've developed opposable thumbs. Just food and water, but I do still have, oh, I hear the rain. I do still have 4 babies, so I have to keep a heat lamp. There's one baby. Say, hey, I'm a bluebell. I got some light bluebells. Uh-oh, there goes one. She's acting nuts. Got some light bluebells and some dark bluebells. They have their own food and water that none of the big chicks can get to inside this little cage. I put this board over it so nobody can roost on top of the cage and poop all in their water. So, because that's what we chickens like to do. Eat, roost, and poop. And come August, they'll make quite a few eggs every day. All right, we're going to cut it there. Thumbs up. Chickens.